thank you to Sanjay Jones for their support on Patreon. This is the most nervous I've felt during the entire competition. Same here. I feel like I'm about to pee myself. I'm so nervous. Good lord. I'm feeling it too. You guys gotta hold it. He'll be going over the results any minute now. Any time now, sorry. I know! Dozer and Chester fidgeted around while you waited, so you grabbed Dozer's hand to squeeze it. You guys both slammed those contests out of the way, so you're bound to have ranked really high. Hugo was standing at the whiteboard surveying the crowd gathered around, and he gave his head a nod. Alright, I think everyone's here, so it's time to show off the final scores. But first, I just want to say that you all performed excellently. We had a handful of newbies that had never competed before, and we had some veterans as well. And all of you had the makings of being a strong beast contender. Take your experiences here today and use them to better yourself in mind and body. Without further ado, you grabbed the whiteboard and you felt the grip on your hand grow tighter as the board was spun around. I'd like to congratulate Dozer on being the winner of today's Strong Beast Seminar competition. Dozer's hand squeezed yours even tighter as his tail whipped against you uncontrollably. From behind the whiteboard, Hugo produced a trophy shaped like a hulking bull flexing, and he handed it over to Dozer. He took first place in all 3 competitions today with a time of 11.1 seconds on the tires, a deadlift score of 21:10, and a time of 11.8 with the Datless Stones. Right behind him we had Matthias in second place and Chester in third. The remaining rankings are posted here, but you all need to keep in mind that you're all strong beasts today. Take a look at your scores and use that as a marker for how well you've done and what you need to do to improve. All of you are welcome to sign up for memberships with Strong Beast Gyms while you're here. These gyms are made to help all of those that wish to be bigger and stronger to do so. So you can talk to a rep at the front counter to get things squared away. With that, you're all dismissed. Thank you for coming in to today's seminar, and we hope to see you at future competitions. Hugo immediately turned his attention to your group when he was done speaking to the crowd, and you all stepped aside to people to get a clear view of the board. Congrats, you two. For newbies, you both excelled here today. I can't say I'm surprised that you were at the top. I had pretty high expectations for you. Chester, you exceeded my expectations too. So great job. Thanks, Hugo. Thanks. I think I did as good as I did because of the support I had. Sometimes the encouragement helps us that extra mile. So, Dozer, the winner of each competition was to get a free year membership to the gym. You kinda won all 3, so that means you've earned yourself a free 3-year membership. I wondered how that would work, so that's awesome. You also get a cash reward prize and some vouchers for free services related to lifting. We even have something for 3rd place. Really? I wasn't expecting to win anything. First, second, and third in the overall contest wins something. If you want to follow me to the front counter, I can get that all situated. Dozer couldn't contain his excitement as he followed behind Hugo, leaving you to walk behind him and make sure his tail didn't whip out at someone else. Alright, I just need some basic info from Dozer so I can sign you up for the gym. You'll have 3 years to bulk up even more than you already are. Could I give one of those years to Chester? Huh? You could. Makes no difference to me. You could even split it between the 3 of you if you wanted. I don't know if this gym is right for me. As you can tell, they have equipment to suit people that aren't aiming for powerlifting contests. I can see the muscle on you, so I know you're no slacker. This place is perfectly suited for you. What do you guys say? You want to signed up for a year there here with me? The extra motivation shared between us would work out well, and it's free for you. I had a really good time today, and I like the idea of having a chance to catch up with Dozer. It's only a year, and since I don't have to pay for it, I might as well try it out. You can count me in! Awesome! How about you, Grant? Are you sure you want to waste one of your years on me? I don't think it's a waste having my manager come to the gym with me to make sure I can keep up a good routine. And I certainly don't think it's a waste to have my boyfriend come in to bulk up more with me. Your manager, huh? Someone's got to keep track of everything, and I think you'd be perfect for handling it. Having someone with him to keep track of his routine, gains, food consumption, contest applications, and all of that other stuff would be beneficial. You can focus on getting stronger, and you can keep track of the technical stuff. When will that leave me time to work out? It's not like you're gonna be doing your reps at the same time. You can record his numbers while he works his reps. I'm gonna be here too, so I can help when possible. Yeah, good point. Well, you can count me in too, I guess. Might as well sign all of us up together. All right. Then I'll need some basic info for all of you, and I can assign you entry keys and lockers. Hugo passed you all a form to fill out, and while you did that, he disappeared. You finished before he returned with a couple of bags in hand, one of which he handed to Dozer, and one he handed to Chester. All right, and so here are your rewards for winning. Dozer, your bag has another bag inside that has your prize money and the different reward vouchers. Some of your services on the vouchers include free post-workout massages, discounts on protein powders and stuff, and I think a few free spa trips. The vouchers are pretty great, so check them all out. I tossed a couple of gym towels and extra large water bottles in there too. It's stuff from my gym that I brought to give out. Awesome! Thanks, Hugo! Yeah, having specific towels for the gym will be great! Let me just get your passes and lockers situated, and you guys will be all set. You still want to see what your max press will be? I'll have to wait on that for now. Chester's running late for work, so we'll all be heading out together. Things did take a little longer than we anticipated. I suppose the next time I see you, you'll be close to pushing what I do. We'll see about that. I might have to give your gym a visit if we're there one day, if there's one nearby. There is. Just go straight down. So I'll be looking forward to it. You guys are always welcome to stop by my place. We accept Strong Beast memberships there too. I'll even be your personal trainer when you visit. Sounds great! I'd like to check it out too! Just have these with you. Hugo handed everyone a plastic card with the Strong Beast logo on it. These cards give you access to the gyms and your own locker. Locker number is the last 2 digits on the card, and it made sure you 3 had lockers next to each other too. Aw, that's sweet. Rules of the gym are pretty standard to any gym, but if you guys have any questions, you can ask or just take one of the pamphlets. Thanks a ton, Hugo. This is all going to be really helpful. I hope so. I look forward to seeing your progress and seeing you in future competitions. I'm really looking forward to all that too. You guys are all set to go now. Thanks for coming out to participate today. Thanks for everything. Thanks, Hugo. Thanks. And there he goes. Guess it's time for me to get to work. The next bus runs in about 10 minutes. Convenient, that. So we better get going so we don't miss it. Let's go then. Yep. Fuck. Can we just cut to home, please? The seating arrangement was the same on the bus ride home as it was to the gym, so... And with it all situated, Chester pulled out his new duffel bag to look through it. What's all in there, Chess? Basically what he said there was. The 2 towels and water bottle he gave us is huge. Looks like it holds a whole gallon of water. He even tossed in a tank top, too. He pulled the shirt out of the bag, and it had a little island with a pal? It had a little island with pal trees on it? What? Trees on it that said Paradise Island Gym on it. I don't know what that means. They had little weights in the sand, and there's a buff silhouette of someone that looks like Hugo flexing on the beach. It's cute, I like it. He even managed to get the right size for me. Wonder if he got Dozer's right, too. Let's see. Dozer pulled out his bag and looked around for the shirt, and he pulled out what he found in it. Yep, looks like he got mine right, too. I'll be sure to start wearing this to the gym. It'll be perfect for me. He stuffed the shirt back in his bag, and he nestled up against you with his arms crossed over his chest. Man, I'm feeling beat right now. I am too. Work's gonna drag tonight. You have time to grab a quick nap, so you might as well. I'll pay attention to the stops, so I'll make sure you get off on the right spot. The closest stop is the one near the shopping center around Highs. Okay. Well, if you fall asleep, I'll make sure to wake you up for that one. A power nap might do me some good, so I'll do that. I think I'll do the same. I'm feeling it coming on fast. And both of you can zonk out. I'll make sure we don't miss our stops. He kept his bag in his lap, with his hands crossed on top of it. He leaned his head back against his seat. Everyone seemed situated, and it was hardly 5 minutes later that both Chester and Dozer were snoring loudly. Well, they were both out quick. Can't blame them after all the stuff they did today. Might have been only 3 events, but they pushed themselves on all 3. Both of them really are something else. You were left to your own devices while they slept, so all you had left to do was play with your phone until it was time to shake them awake. The ride was uneventful, and Chester's stop was getting close. You wake them up, I guess. You nudged Dozer with your elbow and shook his leg around. Dozer, it's time to wake Chester up. His stop's coming up soon. Dozer stirred around after a couple light jabs, and in turn, Chester moved around too. Both of them stretched and yawned, and Dozer ended up putting his arm over his shoulder to hug you. It's already time. Nap wasn't long enough. Sounds like an early bedtime's in order for us tonight. I'm gonna crash hard later. Especially after you give me a good full body massage. After you give me a good full body massage, I'm gonna sleep like a baby. That'll be a workout for me. I'll end up crashing afterwards, too. The bus slowed to a stop, and the driver announced the stop. Alright, guys. This is where I get off. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. I'm really glad you invited me to the competition. I'm glad you came with us. I am, too. I hope that means you'll do more with me in the future. I think I will. He squeezed past Dozer and looked back at over his shoulder and waved at you guys right before he stepped off the bus. When he got off the bus, he stood on the sidewalk and waved at you both until the bus started to drive away. With the bus in motion, it wasn't going to be much longer until yours and Dozer's stop, so he put his arm around you and held you close until that time. We're finally back home. We've been gone all day. Yeah, the competition took a bit longer than we thought it would. Yeah, It was a lot of fun, though. I enjoyed it all so much. I hope Chester had a good time, too. I'd really like him to do it again with me. He said he had a good time. Despite how nervous he was before every competition, he ended up being really pumped when it was done. He did. I wish you would have participated today. I bet you could have done everything no problem. Maybe, but I was content just watching you guys and supporting you in other ways. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you're successful in future competitions. With you supporting me, I feel like I'm able to take on any competition I go to. I'm feeling pretty hungry. All we did was snack today between competitions. I need real food. Grabbed a banana, peeled it, devoured it in 2 bites, and he did the same to another banana. I don't feel like cooking, though. I just want to sit and not really do anything for the rest of the evening. I want to order a pizza. I know it's not the healthiest thing we could eat, but it's quick and easy. You know, I'm cool with that. Let's order a couple of pizzas and spend the evening on the couch. I really just want to chill. After the day you've had, I'm fine with that. Let's put this plan into action. There was a short deliberation on what kind of pizzas to order, and you moved back to the living room couch once the order was placed. I'm thinking we could watch a movie while we eat the pizza, then when that's done, I think it'll be time you give me that rub down. The strain from the day is starting to creep in, and I bet as soon as I stand up again, the whole body's gonna feel it. Sounds good. I hope I can put enough strength into it to get through all those muscles. You won't have any trouble. Even gentle massaging will do wonders. I'll put my all into it like you did at the event. Good. Before the pizza gets here, do you want to change out of your singlet? Nah, it's comfy, so I'll just leave it on for now. Just be careful not to get any food on it. Maybe I should take it off. I don't want to stain it. Suppose I should. Suppose I could give you a show of it. Oh, for God's sake. It won't be long, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it anyway. It was a perfect choice for what to wear to the event. I don't feel any kind of restriction when I move around. And man, did you look good while moving around in that. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that was staring at you while you were competing. Is that so? I know for sure Hugo was ogling you, and I caught a few other people stopping their routines to watch. Did it make you jealous? Nah. It actually made me feel pretty lucky that I'm the one you were bringing home. They can stare all they want, because at the end of the day, you're mine. You got that right. He dug his hand in one of his burly pectorals and rolled it around. Man, I've got a thick chest, don't I? You sure do. I can't wait to dig my hands into that later. I bet. He continued to massage his chest with one hand, then he began peeling off his straps to his singlet. His chest was the first thing to be exposed, and he paused a moment to grab his bare chest before continuing to strip his singlet off. His singlet was helped along the way with his belly being exposed, his gut pushing the outfit down just below it. With a final push, he was able to slide it down his trunk-thick thighs and step out of it to leave him standing in just his underwear. Ah, there we go. Feel better? I do, actually. It was comfortable to wear, but taking it off after having it on for so long feels really good. It looks damn good on the floor, too. Once again, I have quite the view. He dropped back on the couch, spread his arms and legs out, and put one arm over your shoulder. You'll have to answer the door when the pizza guy gets here. I don't think it would be appropriate for me to. I don't know if it'll be appropriate for me to, either. Why is that? You're fully dressed. You spread your legs out to, yeah, you had a reaction of sorts. Let's just say I'm really enjoying the view of my big kaiju. Ah, I see. He kept one hand on your shoulder and reached over to, feel it. It would be embarrassing to have to answer the door with a stiffy, wouldn't it? I wonder if the delivery guy would notice it. Unlikely, but I'd rather not answer the door like this anyway. Think I could get you off before he gets here? Probably, but I'd rather leave that for later, so we aren't in a hurry. That's fair. I want us to be able to enjoy our fun tonight. He withdrew his hand, returned to sitting the way he was before teasing you. After all I did at the gym, I'm really feeling the need to blow off some steam. He took his... Skip! I can't take... Skip! I can only imagine. I know how the gym treats you. I'm surprised you didn't skip! I'll admit, skip! Sounds like I'll need to come up with a way to keep you soft all the time. Doubt that'll happen. But if you can help me come up with a method to keep me focused, that'd be great. I'll do what I can. He dropped himself and gave it a few more okay, and then before turning his attention to the TV. Much to your relief, the pizzas arrived after you calmed down. You handled the delivery of the food. Dozer vanished to the kitchen to get plates and drinks. Everything was ready after that for an evening of relaxing. You ate dinner, cuddled up to Dozer after watching the movie. And you noticed on a couple of occasions that Dozer drifted off to sleep. The movie ended. He made no effort to move from where he was. You're looking awfully drained, Dozer. I'm feeling it, too. It's too early to call it a night, though. It's only around 8. We don't have to call it a night just yet. I do recall you wanting me to give you a massage, though, so if you want, I can do that. We'll bed. We will bed. So you can just fall asleep. It'll be no big deal. What? A massage does sound good. Let's go to my bedroom then. You go on. I'll be there in a minute. I'm going to clean up our dinner first. Okay. Oh, man. Dozer rolled his shoulders around and stretched out his arms and legs. Don't take too long. After sitting on the couch for a bit, I'm all sorts of stiff. I'll make it quick. Oh, poor kaiju. Oh, my hands can get through to him and help him out. You were quick to pile up everything from dinner and move it to the kitchen to finish later. Dozer was already on the bed on his stomach with his arms under a pillow under his head, and he opened an eye when he heard you shut the door. His tail gave a lazy wag when you moved to the edge of the bed to put your hands on his back. Looks like something about you was a little different. I don't know what you're talking about. The waistband of his jock was no longer white, and it was black instead. What? And you hooked a finger under it and popped it against his leg. Uh-huh. You pressed your hand down his back and he let out a gentle groan. Where should I start? He switched his underwear? Calves and thighs, please. You can move up to my shoulders after that. Just let me know if you need to move or adjust how I'm doing it. Make yourself comfortable while you're at it and lose the shirt and pants. We're gonna have to skip this whole massage scene. Gladly. You got on the bed between his legs after stripping into your underwear, put a hand on each calf and put your weight into it as you rubbed your hand along his thick muscles. If you do it like that everywhere, that'll be perfect. That feels really good. Good to know. I just have to put my whole body into it. These things are so thick, I was afraid you wouldn't notice. He spent several minutes working his calves, and he slid up his legs to his thighs. His tail wiggled around, and it stayed out of your way, giving you a good view of his massive thighs and firm butt. Spread your fingers out wide to get as much coverage as you could, and making extra sure to push your thumbs deep into his inner thighs and up towards his ass. We're getting close to having to skip. Damn, that feels great. He spread his legs a little more for you, and you found your thoughts starting to stray from the task at hand. He tried to concentrate on rubbing his thighs, starting just above his knees and pushing up towards his butt, but your temptation grew each time. Temptation's valid. You dug your thumbs into the bottom of his cheeks, another pass, and you swirled them around in an attempt to spread them apart. Each circle. Yep, okay. Lust. Okay. It's obvious we're building up towards something, so I'm going to have to skip a little bit, skipping with the spreading of the cheeks. If you're thinking of getting a little distracted back there. Sorry, everything looks so good, I can't help myself. Can't move them. What in the hell? If my fingers had been back there, you probably would have broken them. Realize your ass could get that firm. Slap to be relaxed. Oh my god, can't say that. Be sure not to. You resumed rubbing his thighs, working all over both of the tremendous muscles, but your hands continued to roam and tease. But it was also to help sate your own thirst. Oh, the music has changed. Oh, yep. Time to move to a new spot, and his face has changed, the music's changed. New spot, you mentioned? Someone keeps getting handsy, so I think it's time to move to a new spot. What spot do you mean, good sir? Like I said, I can't help myself. Well, I have another place that needs your attention, so let's move on. You were forced into maneuvering while Dozer rolled onto his back, and you landed straddling on his leg. Yeah, okay. The next scene is a CG, and it's a scene. So, yeah, I saw it coming. So, I think everyone saw it coming a mile away. It's obvious building up to the last big scene. Well, we can't do it on YouTube, so if you want to see it, play it yourself. Links in the description. It's free. I'll synopsize it for you afterwards. See you after we skip it. They had sex. And then they took a shower. That's your synopsis. There you go. You shower was a quick one. Right back on a typo. As Dozer spent his time making sure to, quite tenderly, wash your entire body. He left nothing untouched. With soap, much to your embarrassment. Embarrassment, good lord. He wouldn't have any of your protesting and insisted on you spending your time relaxing. You were even forced to stand there as he dried you off while urging you back to the bedroom while he finished drying himself. When he's not being a hornball, he can really be the biggest sweetheart. His hands are so big, but I don't think I've ever found anyone with a gentler touch. Just wish he would have let me wash my own ass. He rolled onto the bed and cradled his pillow against your chest while you waited for him to join you. It wasn't long until the door opened and he strolled in. I'm feeling refreshed now. Same here. I feel like I won't be awake much longer. Same. As soon as my head hits that pillow, it's going to be a matter of minutes. You returned his pillow and patted the bed for him to lie down next to you. He did so, dropping down heavily beside you on his back, and you rolled onto your side to rest against him. He turned to look at you, and you could see he was smiling. God, do I love you. I don't think you have any idea how happy you make me. I love you too, Dozer. And if I could make you anywhere near as happy as you make me, then at least I have a slight idea. Is that right? Mm-hmm. That's good to know. He sighed and turned his gaze to the ceiling. There's so many things going through my head right now that I want to tell you. What kinds of things? Just thinking about all you've done for me these last few weeks. My life has improved so much since you came into it, and I'm going to forever be grateful for you being with me. You looked at him for a moment and moved towards him, making your intentions be known that you wanted to lie on top of him. He didn't protest and helped pull you up onto his belly, and you laid your head against his chest. You know, my life has improved a lot too since I got to know you better. I've fallen in love with one of the most sweetest, strongest, most gentle men in the world. Don't forget horniest. Yeah, we come to know that. That too. All that stuff combined into one that is what makes you so perfect to me, though. You know how surprising it was to find out you have a libido as big as you are? Never would have guessed it, huh? Never. This hulking, silent guy who I found out to be really kind and caring. Also turned out to be a rampaging beast in the sheets. Blew my mind. In a good way, right? In a very good way. I think all the testosterone really impacts my sex drive. No doubt. Doesn't bother me, though. I really enjoy that part of you. I'm glad, because I love sharing that part with you. He laughed as he bucked his hips a few times before hugging you to his chest with a chuckle. Aw, that's sweet. Barely not needing to be censored, but sweet. I love you so much, Grant. I love you, my big old kaiju. I don't think I would be as happy as I am right now if I didn't have you. You've just done so much for me. Harvey, my dad, my insecurities, my passions. You've helped me with so many things in such a short amount of time. There's no way I would have been able to get through it all with my sanity intact if not for you. So, thank you, Grant. Thank you for being there for me. You don't have to thank me. I'm happy that I've been able to support you. You brought me so much joy. I'm glad that I've been able to do something for you in return. I've experienced so much with you, and I'm really looking forward to experiencing even more. Does that mean you think our trial week together was a success? A huge success. All this time I've spent with you has just been the best. To be honest, the thought of going back to the shelter and staying there again just bums me out. I like Maria and Richard, but I'm glad to have a place there, but you don't have to do that. That was the whole point of us seeing how well we did living together for the week. I know. I was going to say while the thought bums me out, I'm happy to know I have another option. Does that mean you're going to take me up on my offer and move in here with me? You understand that I don't have a paying job yet, right? I won't be of much help monetarily. I know, but that makes no difference to me. I'll support you as much as I can until you can find something, as long as it takes. Are you really sure about that? Absolutely. I love you, and I want to be able to support you in some way to try and make up for all the support that you've shown me. You really have nothing to make up for, though. But I do! You really don't understand just how much you've done for me. I'll say it over and over again, but there's no way I'd be as happy as I am now if I didn't have you with me. Just let me do what I can for you. Okay. If you're really sure, then I'll make some time tomorrow to talk to Maria and Richard about it. Maybe Richard will help me move what stuff I still have over here. I'm sure he will. Especially if I hint at giving him that massage after he helps move stuff. There's a guaranteed way to get him to agree. Those are squeezed you and shook you back and forth. I'm so excited now. So much we'll have to do this week. Our schedules are gonna be packed. As much as you were just a bit ago. Even more than that, if you can believe it. I can't. Your head was peppered with kisses, and you were turned up to face. You turned your face up, so you turned your face up with let his lips connect with yours. Okay. Have I told you today how much I love you? Maybe, but I don't mind hearing it again. You can count on hearing it every single day. Because I love you, Grant. I love you more than I've ever loved anyone in my life. And I look forward to our future together. I love you too, Dozer. Here's to the start of our future. To our future. He wrapped you in a protective embrace, and you enjoyed the constant heat that radiated from him and warmed you through. You stayed on his chest, letting its gentle rise and fall lull you into a deep feeling of contentment. Dozer's strong hands moved around you, gently massaging your body and pushing you deeper and deeper into a state where your consciousness began to wane. He put his lips to your head, and you heard him whispering to you, "Sweet dreams tonight, my little meat sack. I love you so, so very much. You too." You heard him let out another content sigh, and you were once again pulled tightly against his body. Being wrapped up in his strong arms, surrounded in his warmth, did more than relax you. It wasn't much longer before sleep came to you, leaving you to dream peacefully about your future together with Dozer. Yeah. And that's it. Let's read it. That's it. Well, folks, that does it. That is the end of Dozer's route. For now, there's still the epilogue. His route may be over, but his story isn't. There'll be more content with him in the future, but for now, this is his end. This brings 4 of 5 routes from this being Dying Wolf, original cast to an end now. And it's wild to think you guys have been this far with me. Dozer's character means a lot to me because he's a character I created long before Extracurricular Activities was ever even conceived. Really? I did not know that. Hope you guys enjoyed his route as much as I've enjoyed it. Thank you for reading, and I'll catch you all next time. Damn. Well, we have completed 3 routes now, and we are very close to completing Chester's route. I have compiled... I will compile the consensus of the comments for the video for the query that I had about Chester's question from the video for Chester's route, and so we can finish that one. And then there's catching up with Darius's route, which will take fucking forever. And then there's Richard. Fucking, that'll take forever. Of course, it won't take as long because I'll just have one, but...
Are you sure about that?
Point is, we're still a long fucking way from this game being over. But, we're closer now than ever before. But that's always true of every moment, isn't it? Retrospective on Dozer's route. It's not my favorite. I'll just say that out right front. I think Dozer's route is unfortunately tagged with being a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to theming, because it's a lot of things trying to happen, and I don't know that a lot of them happen very much in sync with each other. And I think that's kind of Dozer as a character. Like, even in that final sequence, when he was kind of summarizing what you were experiencing when you first met him versus how you got to know him. And even in some of the dialogue when you were getting into your later notions of like how he progressed and his relationship with the main character, like as he got to be more of a confident person, he changed. But like, he's the gentle giant. He's quiet, but he also is very personable. He keeps to himself, but he's also extremely friendly. He doesn't hurt anyone, but he also can hurt everyone. He doesn't want to hurt anything, but he will when provoked, but he doesn't want to. And it's this huge amount of conflict, and that's not even when it comes to this plot. He has a lot of different plot points. He has a lot of fucking plot points. He has Harvey, he has his dad, he has the trip to the ski lodge, he has the weightlifting thing, he has the plants, he has the relationship. Did I mention his father? I don't know. He has his progression with his career. He has all of these things, and you compare it to someone like Coach Grifter, when the main thing you have the relationship with, and that's not even counting his relationship with the main character. So but then with Coach Grifter, for example, you have the book. Okay, but that's really off and on. That's really side plot. And that starts at the beginning, comes up every once in a while, and then is a button at the end. You have the LNL, which is, again, very side plot, only comes up every once in a while, and is a button every once in a while. But the main A plot is the mental health as it relates to his past relationships and his everyday life. That's his main A plot. What is Dozer's A plot? I guess fitness? I don't know. I really don't know what his A-plot is supposed to be. I don't know that it's fair to compare his route to other routes, or comparing routes to other routes, even just in general, if it's productive or not. But I just think, like, for me personally, I don't personally enjoy how this game summarizes romantic fulfillment a lot of times as sexual fulfillment, but that's just a me thing. But if that's just what this kind of game is trying to do, then that's fine. But I feel like my favorite part of every character's route happens in the day 20 parts. Because in the day teen parts, or the single digit parts, are very similar to all the routes. You're still getting to know the characters, and it's very gamey. You're still trying to figure out all the choices. The day teen parts are setting up plot points, just starting to get going. The day 20 parts are where character arcs are getting resolved, and romance has really been introduced to it, and sex is only lightly a part of it. But those really, I guess my favorite part is late teens, early 20s, when it comes to the days. The day routes. Those are my favorites, because that's generally before sex gets too heavily involved with character progression, and character arcs and story arcs are still the focus. When it comes to this game, that's my favorite parts. And I feel like with Richard, that shit has been way too fast forwarded. And then with Dozer, because that's the route we're talking about, I feel like they sped through a lot of arcs really quickly, and then there was just like a lot of space left. And they were like, well, fuck. There was just a lot of sex happening. And then in the ski lodge, there was a lot of sex happening. And then there was, well, the ski lodge is done, and now we have a whole week of seeing how they live together. And sexual fulfillment as part of a fantasy fulfillment is not a problem. If that's your reward for doing the routes correctly as part of a dating sim, visual novel style, game, that is okay. If that's the kind of game you're wanting to play, then great. This is the kind of game for it. I just feel like it kind of undercuts some of the stuff that I prefer personally. It's just not the stuff that I'm more interested in. So now I'm just I'm less interested in this stuff at the end of the routes, but that's where I'm at. And it also sucks that that same stuff is what I'm getting in trouble with both not showing it enough with certain sects of my audience, sex, SECTS, and showing it too much from the YouTube side. But that's a whole separate issue. Anyway, I've been recording for like 3 fucking hours, so my back's really hurting, my throat's hurting, and I'm done. So Dozer's route, out of the 3 routes I've completed, it's my 3rd favorite one. when Chester's route's finished, unless it really fumbles the ending. We'll see how it goes, because I have very complicated feelings about Chester's route. Very complicated feelings about it. So we'll see. But anyway, that'll be where we go next, is finishing up Chester's route. Unless I change my mind. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.